Well, hello friends, pro-life leader Frank Pavone here, bringing you my daily diary. What did I do from Tuesday, March 11th to Thursday, March 13th of 2025? Well, on Tuesday the 11th, I was here at headquarters, did my usual meetings with staff, briefing and other meetings and work with them. Did a 9 o'clock meeting in regard to one of the people we have to come that does building maintenance. Did a Scripture Live broadcast here at 10. Then at 11 had a national meeting with the different abortion recovery ministries in the Abortion Recovery Coalition. We're a big part of that, actually helped to get that going at the beginning. Then that was an hour-long meeting. Then right after that at 12:15, I was back here in the studio taping an episode of our Praying for America program. And then right after that, had a 1 p.m. Call with our prospecting company. This is the effort where you do mailings to people who might be interested in your ministry to get them to support it. Then, after that call at 2 p.m., I had a radio interview, lasted a good hour, with a radio station out in Nebraska. Then, it was towards the later afternoon, continued to get reports from staff, had to deal with a lot of desk work and email work relating to the following topics. United Nations meetings being attended by Janet and Bob, who is our international coordinator, planning for administrative meetings. Abortion Recovery Month, the month of April, having work preparing resources for people to both find and to promote healing after abortion resources. The upcoming anniversary of Terri Schiavo's death. Action alerts being sent out, the Florida March for Life being preparing or arranging for priests who are going to the Mar-a-Lago event to get books from us. California, a visit, the videos from that, some work on that, some communication with Father Leo, our collaboration, the mailing of statements, and also This Is My Body, that comparison that I've been making since the early 90s of the words of the Lord and the words of the abortion industry. Doing some work on getting out some video footage, early video footage from over 25 years ago, talking about how that whole thing originated, how it led to a song and a music video at my suggestion, and so forth. So that was, and I continued to work quietly here at the office into the evening. On the 12th of March, got up early. I was taping some scriptures early here in the studio. I often do early morning tapings when things are quiet. Then the staff started arriving, and one of those staff people took me at 8 o'clock. This was prior to the staff briefing taking place. Took me at 8 o'clock to the airport. Now, while we were driving to the airport, we hopped on the phone to attend the briefing of our staff, to give certain instructions to staff members for tasks of the day, and I also talked with our executive director. Then, once I got to the airport, checked in for my flight, then I had another phone call with a top evangelical broadcaster, and we collaborate together, and I had some planning discussions with him. Then I boarded my flight, went up to White Plains, New York, and that was for the purpose of visiting my mom, who had come out of the hospital and now was in a rehab center. So I had to go up and, of course, to assist with her and with my brother and the family and see what help was needed and what I could do, and just have some time visiting with her. So I did some work on the plane. Once I got there, as soon as I landed at the airport, I had to get on the phone with a reporter from one of the major Washington newspapers to talk about the upcoming anniversary of the death of Terri Schiavo. So I had that phone call as I was getting my rental car and driving to home. Once I got home there, I had another phone call and in regard to the care for my mom, and then I went over to see her at the rehab facility. So we had a visit there, and I helped out as I could. And then at 5:30 in the afternoon, I had a half hour or so interview, live radio interview with a Washington, D.C. station. So that was good. We talked a lot about the defunding of the abortion industry. And then that took me into the dinner hour. I said goodbye to Mom and went to have some dinner, and then actually went to bed early that night of the 12th. And then the 13th, I had to also do some work on my emails, pastoral team plans, action alert going out, re-engagement emails, as we call them, working with staff to devise those to people who we hadn't heard from in a while, approving an appeal, April abortion recovery resources, talking with our data department about phone number appends, with also other staff about building work, the donor surveys, analyzing those, the things about the United Nations and the Florida March, following up on all of that, the books to priests, like I mentioned. There's what we call a yellow card project. When people fill out information cards for us at events, we're working on a more efficient way of responding to them to send information about the areas of our ministry that they express interest in. We have a piece of land in Texas that we're looking to sell, so I had some communication about that, and also some communication with folks over at Fox News. So that was the 12th. Then on Thursday, the 13th of March, it was a day that I was able to visit with my mom and my brother, of course, being there close by to where she is. The rehab center, by the way, where she is, fortunately, is very close to our house, and so is my brother. So we, most of the day, Thursday, I was with her and checking on her care and her progress and her recovery. And aside from that, blended that together with checking into my office throughout the course of the day and getting on my email to deal with things like staff scheduling, leaders' questions about abortion healing resources, continuing to develop more of those resources for the month of April, working with staff on the development of an app, working with staff on the editing of video clips, giving them necessary instructions, our newsletter, Next Priest for Life newsletter, getting that approved, looking at flight plans for upcoming trips, working with staff to make sure we have all the data for the current members of Congress, because we're going to encourage people to visit them in their home offices. Working on a production of materials, distribution of them, the 115 forum, the leaders meeting that is doing an email out to them, the Yellow Cards project, the digitizing project, making sure all our printed materials are available, like in electronic format, like these e-readers, and these e-books. The Florida March for Life, upcoming big meeting of conservative leaders, some proactive outreach to different media outlets that might be interested in interviewing us. Some communication with Bishop Athanasius Schneider, some of you may know him. A communication regarding the Wisconsin Supreme Court race, and also regarding former Congressman Dave Weldon, who was going to be the heading up the CDC, but his nomination was withdrawn. So I had some communication about that. We've known him for years. That's what I did on Thursday, the 13th of March. And those are the things I did from the 11th to the 13th. Hope your days are fruitful and going well. Thanks for watching these updates, and I will talk to you soon.
Hi, this is Dr. Teresa Burke, founder of Rachel's Vineyard and pastoral associate of Priests for Life. So many people need healing from the wounds of abortion, but don't know where to turn. They live in pain and shame and despair. You can bring hope to their lives by letting them know that there are people ready to help them find forgiveness and healing. By going to abortionforgiveness.com, you can find the healing ministries closest to where you live simply by entering your zip code. You'll find our Rachel's Vineyard retreats there, as well as other good programs. This is a great tool to help with your pro-life groups, schools, and churches. Go to abortionforgiveness.com today, and please help us spread the word.
Hello, I'm Sam Brownback, and I've worked alongside Father Frank Pavone for many years on the cause of life. He's a true champion, and the Priests for Life have been wonderful champions of this great cause, of the cause of human dignity of every human at every phase of life, from the very first moment of conception until its natural death. The human species, the human person, each and every one are full of dignity, priceless in value, and Priests for Life stand for that. Join their work. Work with them, work alongside them in this battle, this incredible battle, this fantastically important battle for life in the United States. We've got to win this fight. Join them.